Music is our success. KSMO Salem.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley. Immigrants are said to be among the 6 people missing and presumed dead now after that cargo ship hit a bridge in Baltimore, collapsing the bridge. Those believed to have died in this tragedy were construction workers. The AP's Norman Hall.
With a fully loaded, nearly 1,000-foot cargo ship barreling toward one of its supports, Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge had little chance it would be standing until the dawn's early light.
Be advised, the entire Key Bridge has now collapsed into the water.
The 1.6-mile span, named for the composer of the national anthem, the Key Bridge was used by 12 million vehicles last year. The crew of the Dolly issued a mayday call moments before the crash. Shipping expert Captain Michael Burns Jr. says the loss of power experienced by the ship could have crippled multiple functions, including steering.
There really is a few things that are scarier than a loss of power in restricted waters.
According to the shipping information system Equisys, inspectors found a problem with the Dolly's machinery in June, but a more recent examination did not identify any deficiencies.
A Texas law that allows the state to arrest and deport migrants suspected of illegally entering the U.S. will remain on hold for now. That from a federal appeals court. Court watchers say it looks like the Supreme Court will preserve access to mifepristone, the abortion medication, after oral arguments. Mark Sherman covers the Supreme Court for the AP.
If the court does so, it would leave intact the access to mifepristone, which includes getting the drug through the mail without having to have an in-person visit. And it also includes being able to take it through 10 weeks of pregnancy instead of 7 weeks, which were the old rules for the drug.
A winning Mega Millions ticket sold in New Jersey, a $1 billion jackpot. This is AP News. To Britain now, where the British Museum is suing a former curator alleged to have stolen hundreds of artifacts from its collections.
Peter Higgs was fired last year after more than 1,800 items were discovered to be missing. Lawyers for the museum says Higgs abused his position of trust to steal ancient gems, gold jewelry, and other items. The 18th Century Museum in central London is one of Britain's biggest tourist attractions, visited by 6 million people a year. The museum's director resigned and apologized for failing to take seriously enough a warning from an art historian that artifacts from its collection were being sold on eBay. The judge has now ordered Higgs to list or return any items in his possession within 4 weeks and ordered Higgs to disclose his eBay and PayPal records. Higgs has denied the allegations. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
And I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
Hi, Carrie Patton here from Town & Country Bank. We've got all the perks of a national bank, like online banking, quick loan approval, and you can even deposit your check from your phone. That's not why our customers love us, though. They love us because we still offer hometown customer service. Stop by one of our area locations and let our friendly team remind you how special hometown banking can be. Smart, friendly solutions. Town & Country Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Bill Pollock, host of Show Me Today. We listened to you, Missouri, and brought you a daily radio show that brings you captivating stories of people, places, and topics around our state.
What was lacking in all these years before this was someone with the desire.
Now, if you miss a segment or entire show, just download our podcast.
A lot of people don't realize that.
Subscribe to Show Me Today on Apple or wherever you find your favorite podcasts and add us to your list.
Show Me Today. Baseball is a game of agility, power, and speed. That combination provides wonderful moments all season long.
Every hit, every home run, and every pitch. It all matters in a long season. Any moment could be the next moment that you don't want to miss.
I love bringing those moments to life for our listeners right here on the Cardinals Radio Network.
And I love how it sounds on the radio. Don't miss any of the action.
St. Louis Cardinals Baseball. Cardinal Baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
And the Cards opening day is tomorrow. They'll be in L.A. to take on the Dodgers, 2:15. Pre-game show, 3:10 game time, Cards and Dodgers. Well, here at KSMO, our forecast does call for it to be partly sunny today, but it's a cold cold morning out there. Yeah, we got frost. It came up, and they had that freeze warning go in effect last night. It's still in effect, and as a matter of fact, will be for about another hour and a half, so up till about 9 o'clock-ish or so. So if you're going to be out and about or so, actually moved it to 10 o'clock this morning. So, again, we have a freeze warning in effect. It's a cold morning out there, so again, bundle it up when heading out this morning. Now, we'll warm up to about 55 today. Well, we will have a northwesterly breeze at 5 to 10 miles an hour most of the day today. Now, tonight, we're going to do it again. Clear skies. We're going to be down around 28, 29. We will have a freeze warning more than likely. It's not issued yet now, so we do not have it officially posted by the National Weather Service, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get one. We actually had winds last night. We still got a frost. We're going to have very little wind tonight, so more than likely, definitely going to have a harder frost tonight. Then that widespread freeze will last till about 9 o'clock-ish or so Thursday morning. We'll have sunshine after that. We'll warm up to 65 with southwesterly breezes 5 to 10. Clear Thursday night, low of 39. With a southerly breeze, sunshine Friday, high of 72. South winds at 8 to 15, gusting up to 25 to 30 miles an hour. Partly cloudy Friday night, low of 50, and sunny Saturday, 77 for a high. Right now at the KSMO studios, we're nowhere near 77. However, we're near 30, I guess. We're actually closer to 20 with the wind chill. 27 degrees right now with sunshine, lots of sunshine, but also a little breeze coming out of the northwest at 6 to 8 miles an hour. 91% is the relative humidity. Pressure climbing, 30.14 inches, and it feels like 21 right now. KSMO with sunshine in the Ozarks. And mostly clear skies. At KSMO Radio, there you have it. Look what's going on in the world of weather, but it's a courtesy of KSMO. And we've got local news on the way next when we return right after this break. Keep it here.
The Salem Memorial District Hospital Radiology Department strives to stay at the forefront of technology through high-quality diagnostic imaging tools such as CT scans, MRIs, X-rays, nuclear medicine, DEXA scans, 3D mammographies, ultrasound, and more. Many services are offered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week through the emergency room, while other services are offered through outpatient services Monday through Friday. To find out more about the Radiology Department, contact me, Bobby Sullins, at 729-6626. The Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Taro Complete Auto Care in Salem can take care of all of your automotive and diesel repair needs. Taro Complete Auto Care has these specials every week. Tuesday is Ladies' Day, and on Wednesday it's Seniors' Day, where you can get $2 off of your oil change. They also offer free delivery and pickup in the city limits. So for all of your automotive repair needs, the place to go is Taro Complete Auto Care at 307 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
This is St. Louis Blues broadcaster Chris Kerber, inviting you to follow all the exciting action of St. Louis Blues hockey this season. If you can't make it to the game, the next best thing is being there listening here on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. Your radio home for the St. Louis Blues.
Thanks, Chris. And we have Blues hockey tomorrow night right after Cards baseball. That's right here on KSMO as they'll take on the Calgary Flames. All righty, here's your hometown radio station. Time for news. Local news brought to you as a courtesy of all of us here at KSMO Radio. We are AM 1340. We are FM 95.7. We're streaming it to you on KSMO Media at KSMORadio.com. KSMO Media, KSMO Stream Facebook page, and our KSMO Media YouTube page. So we hope you check it out on any of those platforms to be catching your local news right here on KSMO. My name is Stan Stevens. Glad to be along with you here on your Wednesday morning KSMO. In news, the Denton County Health Center Board of Trustees held their regular meeting Thursday, March 21st. Administrator Zach Moser presented the Service and Statistics Report. In the communicable disease report, he stated that there were 16 COVID-19 cases reported, 34 lead cases, 21 screenings for sexually transmitted infections, 37 cases of influenza, and 2 animal bites. The environmental report by Assistant Administrator Roma Jones showed that there were 11 total inspections conducted, 4 sewer complaints, and 10 environmental questions were fielded. A town hall meeting and informational session is being planned to provide information and answer questions about the new consumer food safety regulation. The maternal child health statistics showed that there was 1 CPR course, 2 consultations for child health care, and 1 Show Me Healthy Women appointment, as well as 27 Title X appointments, 5 presumptive eligibility appointments, and 320 WIC appointments. The Community-Specific Services Summary showed 483 total appointments other than WIC, 169 nurse practitioner appointments, 85 treatment court visits, 200 lab appointments, and 29 immunization appointments. Nurse practitioner service details showed no Show Me Health Women appointments, 3 family plannings, 75 well child visits, 9 online appointments, 6 other physicals, 23 KSMO physicals, 9 other visits, and 114 acute illness appointments. Laboratory details showed 219 individual patients, 19 appointments for rapid tests for COVID, flu, RSV, or strep, 2 pregnancy tests, and 2 lead tests. Immunizations for February totaled 7, which included COVID-19, 2 for influenza, and 76 other vaccines. They also include the new RSV vaccine and all new formulations of pneumonia vaccine. In the administrator's report, Moser reported that DHSS paid 2 months of WIC reimbursement in February. He said that an extension of adult immunization grant through DHS and a Nacho grant was awarded in the amount of $109,000, so an immunization RN position was posted. Moser said that due to a new program at the state level, Dane County Health Center will soon begin offering free hepatitis B and C testing. The Health Center financial reports for February, including the overall results from H&R Block, were reviewed. Discussion was held on the balance sheet, income statement, and budget statements. After these questions were answered, the financial reports and the financial report from H&R Block were all approved. In new business quotes for a respiratory testing analyzer, they were presented from Gen Expert and BioFire Spotfire. The board approved the BioFire Spotfire bid for $34,482.76. A quote from McKesson for a Binks IO analyzer for chlamydia and gonorrhea rapid testing for $11,500 was approved by the board. 2 quotes were considered for countertop autoclave devices, and the board approved the purchase of the automatic door autoclave for $8,039.56. Moser presented a personnel manual which was being revised as part of a strategic plan and previously discussed needs. The changes were discussed line by line and were approved by the board. Moser presented a 2023 annual report and it was approved also by the board. Moser requested permission to dispose of some assets that were non-inventory assets, including a Xerox copier, medical freezer, and some chairs. The board approved disposal of the assets. No closed session was held, and the next regular meeting of the board will be on Thursday, April 18th at 5 o'clock. Salem Board of Aldermen held their regular meeting at the Salem Community Center of the Armory Tuesday evening. The board heard public comments from 5 citizens regarding the proposed housing project by the Salem Housing Authority and 3 citizens regarding their support of the lease between the city and Healthy Dane County for the Salem Community Center at the Armory. The board approved the resignation of Interim Public Works Director Joe Chase. Assistant City Clerk Wanda Sear gave the oath of office to new Public Works Director Stephen Payne. The board heard from Lyndall Decker, who requested and received approval to close parts of 4th, Iron, and 5th Streets for a back-to-school bash on August the 17th. The board heard a presentation from Salem Housing Authority board member Sherman Odom regarding the proposed housing development on 10th Street. Odom explained that the Housing Authority would like to see grant funding from the Federal Home Loan Bank in the amount of $3 million to build 24 low-income housing units on 3.2 acres of the 4-acre parcel. A letter of commitment to donate the land only if the grant is awarded is needed from the city to include in the grant application. After his presentation, the neighbors in attendance had the opportunity to ask questions. No action was taken by the board. Brandy Richardson from the Dent County Extension presented their annual report and thanked the city for supporting their programs. The board approved the Salem Housing Authority's recommendation to add Michael Rushing to their board, replacing Rose Knerk's expired term. Stacy Houston presented financial reports, including the total sales tax revenues, utility usage and revenues, and a fund balance summary. The board approved Bill number 3607, allowing the city to receive additional transportation enhancement funds for the TAP grant project. City's previous total match was $198,700. The agreement decreases the city's match to $171,600. The city solicited a request for terms for a tax-exempt, bank-qualified fixed-rate bond in the amount of $400,000 to help pay for the Phase 2A and B sewer upgrades. The board approved moving forward with a short-term financing from Town and Country Bank to purchase the city's revenue bonds. The board approved the bid, from Donald Magi Incorporated in the amount of $496,692.04 to complete the downtown TAP grant project. The board approved Bill 3605, amending the codes of the City of Salem to allow for email and electronic delivery of utility bills. The board approved Bill 3606, amendments to the current agreement with the Missouri Joint Municipal Electric Utility Commission. The board approved Bill 3601, allowing the property at 306 East 2nd Street to be available for sale. The board approved Bill number 3602, which is the lease agreement with the Council for Healthy Dane County and the Salem Community Center at the Army and the City of Salem. The board then went into closed session. An accident happened Monday afternoon just past 2:45 in Franklin County on westbound I-44, the 242-mile marker. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2007 Lexus RX 350 being driven by 63-year-old Amanda Irwin of Salem was stopped in a left-hand lane due to an accident that had occurred ahead. A 2024 Kenworth T680 being driven by Clifford Day of West Plains was unable to stop in time and struck the rear of the Lexus. Irwin suffered minor injuries and was taken by the Merrimack Ambulance District to the Mercy Hospital in Washington. Both drivers were wearing seat restraints at the time of the accident. The Kenworth sustained moderate damage and was towed from the scene by personal conveyance. The Lexus had minor damage and was able to be driven from the scene. 7:43, sports next when we come right back.
In an era where sustainability and environmental responsibility are paramount, the world of colossal machinery is embracing the challenge of decarbonization. Scott Fenwick, Technical Director for Clean Fuels Alliance America, says the upcoming Clean Fuels Conference will provide some insight on the efforts to secure OEM approvals.
Certain applications have certain requirements. And so those are just a few of the things that Clean Fuels and the technical program here has been working on, sharing data with those original equipment companies and those engine manufacturers to prove and answer the questions they've got. What issues might we have with the fueling infrastructure? Is biodiesel compatible with the hoses that are draped over the sides of a ship, or with the tanks and the fueling infrastructure for locomotives moving across the country?
To learn more, visit cleanfuelsconference.org.
And right here, KSMO Radio, taking a look at some sports news. The Salem Baseball Tigers game with Licking Tuesday was postponed and will be made up at a later date. Tigers are scheduled to host Potosi Trojans Thursday at 4:30 at the SHS Baseball Field Complex. Salem is 3-1 on the year. Salem Lady Softball Tigers game with Potosi Tuesday was postponed. It'll be rescheduled for Tuesday, April 2nd. At the Salem City Park. Lady Tigers will host the Steelville Lady Cardinals today at 4:30 at the Salem City Park. That game, if played, can be heard on KSMO Radio and video streamed on KSMO Media starting at 4:15 with Tiger Talk and Coach Rebecca Hayes. Salem Golf Team Salem Open was postponed due to wet grounds Tuesday. They'll be at Mountain Grove this Thursday. Salem Tennis Tigers will be at Potosi today at 4 o'clock. St. Louis Cardinals beat the Chicago Cubs in Mesa, Arizona Tuesday 7-2 to finish spring training with a 13-12-5 record. They opened the season Thursday afternoon in L.A. against the Dodgers. And the Cardinals outfielder Dylan Carlson injured his left shoulder Monday in a collision with Jordan Walker and will miss several weeks. Cardinals called up Victor Scott II to play center field for opening day. And that is a look at sports news brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO as well as local news. All brought to you as a courtesy of all of us here at your information source, KSMO, Salem, Missouri. Right here at your hometown radio station. We have coming your way in just a moment a look at weather, but first it's time for the Daily Investment Report, brought to you as a courtesy of the offices of Joe Brand and Leah Nash of Edward Jones. Edward Jones Brokerage, helping people with their investment needs. They can help you as well. Get in touch with them at 729-3831 or drop by 907 South Pershing. Joe Brand, Leah Nash of Edward Jones, member SIPC, and the Daily Investment Report. With our report this morning is Teresa Whalen. Teresa?
This is Teresa Whalen bringing you the Daily Financial Market Report on behalf of financial advisors Joe Brand, Leah Nash, and also Edward Jones. Today's U.S. equities closed lower. The Dow closed down 31 points to close at 39,282. The NASDAQ closed down 69 points to close at 16,316. The S&P closed down 15 points to close at 5,204. And in the bond market, 10-year Treasury yields are trading at 4.23%. The price of crude oil was down 45 cents to close at $81.50, and the spot price of gold was up $1.90 to close at $2,178.30. For stocks of local interest, we have Ameren Corporation at $70.97, down 47 cents. AT&T $17.18, up 6 cents. Boeing $187.50, down $3.91. Dollar General $150.66, down 12 cents. ExxonMobil $113.79, down 86 cents. McDonald's $278.62, and that is unchanged. Microsoft $421.65, down $1.21. PepsiCo $172.73, up 13 cents. Pfizer $27.59, up 16 cents. Procter & Gamble $160.55, up 36 cents. U.S. Bancorp $43.53, down 2 cents, and Walmart $60.51, down 6 cents. This has been today's financial market report brought to you on behalf of Edward Jones, member SIPC, and financial advisors Joe Brand and Leah Nash, serving individual investors with personalized attention and financial advice at 907 South Pershing, right here in Salem, Missouri, bringing you this Wall Street to Main Street report.
Thank you, Teresa. And don't forget to join us again right here at KSMO for our next Daily Investment Report, coming your way right here on KSMO Radio tomorrow morning if we have softball today. And it will be this afternoon if we don't have softball today. But hopefully we'll be able to get that game in. And that will be against Steelville 4:30 today. So there would be no report at 5:30-ish. So tomorrow morning right around 7:35 to 7:40, maybe 7:43, right here on KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. It's from the offices of Joe Brand and Leah Nash of Edward Jones, 907 South Pershing, 729-3831. It's 729-3831. We are 90 seconds away from a look at weather coming your way next.
Ricky, there have been generations of fans growing up on St. Louis Cardinals baseball.
That's right, John. And for many, they grew up listening and learning about the Cardinals on the radio.
We get asked all the time why the Cardinals continue to draw fans from so many different states. And the answer is easy: the power of the radio network.
Fans are listening to Cardinals baseball all over the Midwest, and the tradition continues.
Join us all season long for St. Louis Cardinals baseball. Cardinal baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
It's a mystery where Old Spice finds its amazing scents like Himalayan sea salt, but I'm thrilled they have, because no other body wash exfoliates and moisturizes 24/7 like Old Spice Gentleman's Himalayan sea salt body wash. Now, if only there was a mountain range separating the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau where I could hide my Old Spice and keep my family from stealing it, my impossibly smooth skin will finally be safe.
This is Bill Wise with the latest Appetite for Pork report. Today I'm talking with Dr. David Newman, Senior Vice President of Market Growth at National Pork Board, about how your pork checkoff dollars are working to bring more U.S. pork to tables around the world. Dr. Newman, pork producers are bracing for another down year. What has the pork checkoff been doing to help stabilize, even grow demand?
We export about 30% of our total production in the United States, and that number has grown for a very long time. But that still means we have 70% of our production domestic. This focus on stabilizing domestic demand, that's really important to us. So speaking internationally, we partner with U.S. Meat Export Federation in our international efforts, and that's a really great example of something that we do to drive demand around the world.
Thanks again, David, for talking with us today about how the pork checkoff is building a bigger appetite for U.S. pork. You can find out more information at porkcheckoff.org/radio.
Here at KSMO, it's time for weather on Operation Weather Watch, complete summary of weather in the region and the KSMO listening area. All brought to you as a courtesy of your friends right here at KSMO and your friends at Healthy Den County and the Salem Community Center at the Army. Remember, they have their non-newlywed game coming up on Friday, April 12th. It'll start at 6:30. Tickets are available for $25, and table are still available, but not many. And not many tickets are available either. So if you plan on attending the non-newlywed game on the 12th of April, you really need to get your tickets in a big hurry. They've got, I think, already 33 tables sold. They've got a few left, and they do have some individual tickets remaining. So you do want to get in touch with them at 729-8163 or stop by 1200 West Strata Road. Get those tickets or get those tables reserved now, because I'm pretty sure it'll be sold out come April 12th. The non-newlywed game at the Salem Community Center at the Army, a fundraiser for Healthy Den County, and right here in Salem, it'll start 6:30 on April the 12th. If you have any questions, call 729-8163. Well, surface high pressure will take its place along with a mostly clear sky today. Therefore, temperatures will at least rebound in the 50s after a frosty cold morning. Another night, though, of widespread frost appears likely, as we're going to get dipping down below 30 degrees again with clear skies and light winds, providing a good radiational cooling setup. Temperatures look to be a touch warmer than this morning, but the frost will be the same. It'll be a fairly thick frost with no wind to help guide it away. Therefore, we will have some pretty good frost in our area here in the eastern Ozarks. Temperatures will climb on Thursday as the upper level ridging will move east through the plains. Lows Thursday night will be around 38, and the eastern Ozarks, we will see the lowest marks there. They'll be out in the mid-40s out west of Springfield, so fairly mild night come Thursday night. Now, windy and warm conditions are what we expect on Friday. A strengthening lead low on the eastern side of the Rockies will increase the surface pressure gradient against the region. This tight pressure gradient, and with a well-mixed thermodynamic profile, will allow for winds to gust to 30 to 40 miles an hour out in western Missouri, probably more to 20 to 25 to maybe 30 in our area. Temperatures will climb above normal Friday, with temperatures well up into the 70s. The warming trend will continue through the weekend, with highs in the mid-70s in our area, out near 80 out west. These temperatures are some 10 to 15 degrees above the climatological norm. As an upper-level disturbance begins to move on shore across the Pacific coast on Saturday, an east-west oriented surface front looks to be setting up across central Missouri. With gradually increasing moisture return, some ensemble guidance actually has some showers and sprinkles coming into the area Friday night. However, the better shower and thunderstorm chances will be Sunday night into Monday, and then Monday night into Tuesday, as the aforementioned upper-level disturbance will be moving east. Much cooler temperatures will fall in behind that system, so we'll go back from the 70s and maybe 80s to the upper 50s to low 60s. 39 our high yesterday. That's it. That's as high as we got. 28 the low. Normal high 63. Normal low 39. Record high of 82. That was in 1895 and a 1910. 12 the record low in 1913. No rain yet. Well, we had a trace. Just a very light trace of rain yesterday. And that's it. For the month, we're at 4 4/5. Normal for the month should be 10 11/12. Since January 1st, we have 12 3/5 inches of precipitation. 7 4/5 would be normal. Sunrise this morning, 6:58. 7:24, the time of sunset. The extended forecast for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, partly sunny on Sunday and a high of 78. Clouding up Sunday night with a low of 57. Monday, partly sunny with a high of 76 with showers and thunder showers likely. Monday night cloudy with a low of 43 and a chance of some showers and thunder showers. As I said, they'll start developing Monday during the day. Then mostly sunny but much cooler on Tuesday at a high close to 60. We'll come right back with that local forecast and current conditions next.
The Healthy Dent County Fitness Center is proud to announce that they are now offering free memberships to those who have the Silver Sneakers program, which is a benefit available through many Medicare plans. Silver Sneakers is the nation's leading community fitness program designed exclusively for older adults. Getting started is as easy as calling the Healthy Dent County Fitness Center at 739-1127 to see if you qualify, or stop by and sign up at the Fitness Center office, take a tour of the facility, and start working out at no cost. Healthy Dent County and the Silver Sneakers program, partnering together for your well-being. Stop by 1200 West Trollo Road or call 739-1127 to get all the details. Healthy Dent County and the Silver Sneakers program, together for your benefit.
Well, we expect sunshine today. We may have a few clouds roll through, but we should still be mostly sunny by the afternoon and a high of 55. Winds, they'll be out of the northwest pretty much all day at 5 to 10. Then tonight, look for that widespread frost to come creeping back in, probably right after midnight all the way through about 9 in the morning. It'll be a clear sky night, not a lot of wind. You can definitely expect a pretty hard frost tonight by early Thursday morning. At that time, that widespread frost should be hanging around until about 8 or 9 o'clock. After that, we'll have plenty of sunshine. We'll warm up to 65. With southwesterly breezes, 5 to 10. Should be a fairly comfortable afternoon. Clear, not as cold Thursday night. Low at 39 with southerly winds 5 to 10. Sunshine Friday, 72 for a high with winds out of south at 10 to 18 miles an hour, gusting up to near 25 to 30. Partly cloudy Friday night, low of 50, and sunny Saturday. High is 77 degrees. Currently at the KSMO studios right now at your hometown radio station, we have a mostly sunny sky. We do have a few high, thin clouds in a couple locations, but it's not too bad at all. 27 degrees what we have. We have winds out of northwest at 7 to 8 miles an hour, making it feel a little cooler. 92% the relative humidity. Pressure at 30.16 inches. It's rising. Feels like 20 degrees right now at KSMO Radio. And that's been Operation Weather Watch, a complete summary of weather in the region and KSMO listening area. It's all brought to you by Healthy Dent County and the Salem Community Center at the Armory. And don't forget, if you have a special event coming up and you need a location, let me tell you, one of the better locations you'll ever find around town is your friends at Healthy Dent County and the Salem Community Center's Event Center. Yep, you can put together a fantastic event. They have the commercial kitchen right there. They have freezer space. They have refrigerator space. They have an ice machine. Plus, of course, too, they have a sound system, projector, and a big open space with tables and chairs all to boot. They can decorate it to your needs, or they can let you decorate it. You can do all different kinds of things there if you need the entire event center. But if you have a smaller group, maybe just for a special meeting, they can accommodate you there as well in the the Rotary Room, or even a super small group in the Walden Room right there. You can get that done as well. Check it all out at the Healthy Dent County Salem Community Center, the Armory, where health, education, and the community meets. 729-8163. Civic Happenings next.
Hi, I'm Andrew Wynn. Town & Country Bank makes it easy with the best rates and terms on land and mortgage loans. Hit the trail, make a splash, or enjoy a beautiful sunset. Town & Country Bank can help you finance that beautiful acreage you've always wanted. Stop by today and let us help you take the first step to home ownership. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 899641.
The Cardinals magazine, the care and quality of its presentation, the thick paper, the glossy photographs, and photographs from Stan Musial to Lou Brock to Jim Edmonds to the present-day players, the Cardinal tradition, the history. It will put you right there in Busch Stadium behind home plate like no other magazine. And it's easy to start a subscription. Just call 314-345-9000 or visit cardinals.com/magazine.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out: the Salem United Methodist Church, Dent County Health Center, and the local on 4th Street, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
At the KSMO studios, right here at your hometown radio station, it is time for a look at our civic record, a program of church and civic news, and a mention of persons recently deceased. A civic record being brought to you as a courtesy of your friends at Southtown Furniture on Highway 19 South. Welcoming you to stop on by and visit, check things out, walk around the store, take a look-see, sit down, feel that beautiful fibers and new cloth and the covers. They got faux leather, they got real leather, they've got all kinds of different types of coverings waiting for you. And if you're not looking for furniture, maybe you're looking for bedding or appliances, or maybe even floor coverings, they've got you covered, truly covered, no pun intended, as well. Stop on by, see them today. Southtown Furniture, Highway 19 South, 1601 South Highway 19, 729-3422, or go online to southtownfurnituresalem.com. Truly where the bargains are. Midge Davis of St. James passed away on Saturday, March 23rd at the age of 94. Funeral services for Midge Davis will be held on Saturday, March 30th at 1 o'clock at the St. James Chapel of James and Gar Mortuary. Visitation will be held on Saturday from 11 until service time. Interment will be in the Highgate Cemetery in Highgate, Missouri. Midge Davis is survived by a son, Mark Davis, and wife Karen of St. James, 2 grandchildren and 6 great-grandchildren. Memorials may be made to the First Baptist Church of St. James Funeral Dinner Fund or the St. James Caring Center. Cards are available, and all the arrangements are under the direction of the St. James Version Chapel of James and Gar Mortuary in St. James for Midge Davis, whose funeral services will be held on Saturday at 1 at the St. James Chapel of James and Gar Mortuary. Anastasia Rose Welch, the infant daughter of Tristan and Amanda, entered in the arms of Jesus on Friday, March 15th in St. Louis. Memorial services for Anastasia Rose Welch will be at 3 o'clock Saturday at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel, with visitation from 1 until 3 Saturday at the chapel. Anastasia, survived by her parents, Tristan Welch and Amanda Esepian of Salem, sister Violet Welch of the home, grandparents Jay and Sarah Welch of Salem and Margaret Bracey of Salem, great-grandparents Dan and Barb Evans of Salem, Larry Welch of Salem, and Cindy Welch of Springfield, as well as several cousins and friends. All the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Anastasia Rose Welch, the infant daughter of Tristan and Amanda, whose memorial services will be Saturday at 3 at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. Phyllis Irene Freeman of Salem passed away Wednesday, March 20th in St. James at the age of 70. Private family services will be held at a later date. Phyllis Irene Freeman is survived by her husband, Mark Freeman of Salem, sons Travis Inman and wife Kristen of Rolla, and Derek Freeman of Shiloh, Illinois, plus one granddaughter, nephew, and extended family and friends. All the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Phyllis Irene Freeman, whose private family services will be held at a later date. Stick around. We'll come right back with more of our Civic Record next. It's up right after this.
Southtown Furniture on Highway 19 South in Salem has been serving the smart shopper since 1922. And if you're looking for appliances, Southtown has Speed Queen, Frigidaire, and GE. You'll find a nice selection of washers, dryers, refrigerators, and stoves. Southtown offers free delivery and setup, and they do accept Visa and MasterCard. Stop by and see what Southtown Furniture has to offer, located on Highway 19 South right here in Salem.
Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
Continuing with the Civic Record, don't forget the South Central Missouri Community Action Agency is accepting Head Start and Early Head Start preschool enrollment. They are accepting children from 6 weeks up to 5 years of age. They provide services for children with special needs or severe disabilities. Homeless and foster children are given priority during enrollment. Head Start and Early Head Start are play-based learning, offering developmentally appropriate curriculum and offering outdoor play. Their experienced teachers and engaging curriculum offer children the chance to learn and grow in a safe, nurturing environment. Contact Jesslyn Hutchings, 729-3188, extension 13, or Don Segovia, 729-3188, extension 11. You can make your appointment, take a tour, and learn more about the enrollment process for Head Start and Early Head Start. Appointments are available beginning April 8th and lasting through the 12th. Creative Arts Center at 204 South Main Street here in Salem will be hosting an Easterscape Paint and Sip Friday night from 6 to 8:30 with Daniel Norris. Come on out and paint a beautiful landscape and sunset fitting for your Easter celebration. Put your own twist on it and make it yours. You may bring beverages and snacks of your choice, and don't forget your plus one. The cost for the paint and sip is $25 per person, and all supplies are provided. A total of 6 attendees are needed to hold the class. It will be limited to no more than 25. Class registrations are on a first-come, first-served basis with online registrations available at programs at the SalemCommunityBetterment.com's website. And you can check out those activities and programs. Sign up for them right there at SalemCommunityBetterment.com. And while you're there, check out all the events going on at Creative Arts Center for the month of April. They're coming up. It's true. Everybody's invited out to the Salem Eagles Club for their all-you-can-eat fish fry. That'll be on Friday night, and that'll be for $12 a plate. They'll serve it from 5 until 8 o'clock. Following the great meal, they'll have karaoke by Backwoods Productions from 7 to 11. Everybody's welcome to come on out and have a great meal and sing the night away. Salem Eagles Club is located on Highway 32 West, out past the airport. It's on the north side of the road. And again, check out their all-you-can-eat fish fry with all the fixins, $12 from 5 to 8. And then karaoke by the Backwoods Productions from 7 to 11. Everybody is welcome. Everybody can come on out this Saturday, March 30th, to the Salem Eagles Club. We're going to have a bunny hop for kids 12 and under, and then adult sock hop will be held by Double Trouble Entertainment from 7 to 11. All of it's open to the public. The Eagles Club is out Highway 32 West, and everyone is invited. Again, a bunny hop for the kids 12 and under, and then an adult sock hop from 7 to 11 that night with Double Trouble Entertainment. Both events open to everybody. Out Highway 32 West, you'll find the Eagles Club, and of course it is on the north side of the road, just past the highway, right there before the curve, and you will be able to enjoy a great, great weekend. Friday with the fish fry and karaoke Saturday with the bunny hop and then the adult sock hop. And at the Salem Nutrition Center today, they'll be serving up baked fried chicken with biscuit, mashed potatoes and gravy, country blend veggies, and milk. That'll be from 11 to 12:30 today. And then the soup and salad, they start serving that up at about 10:30 at the Soup and Salad Bar. The Salem Nutrition site's located inside the Salem Senior Center at 604 North McGrath Lane. Call them at 729-2373 for any questions you might have. Everybody and anybody is welcome to eat at the nutrition site. All ages are welcome. And those who are 60 years of age and above, your suggested contribution is $5. If you're under the age of 60, it is $7. And don't forget that the menu can change without notice. And their meal today, baked fried chicken with biscuit, mashed potatoes and gravy, country blend veggies, and milk. There you have it, a look at the Civic Record, our program of church and civic news, and a mention of persons recently deceased. The Civic Record brought to you as a courtesy of Southtown Furniture. Highway 19 South, part of the Bauer family of furniture stores that have been serving you for over 101 years. A long time to be in business, and they're more than happy to help you find the right pieces for your home. Furniture, bedding, appliances, accessories, it's all there. And floor coverings to boot. Check it all out at Southtown Furniture. Highway 19 South in Salem. It is where the bargains are. At KSMO Radio, we'll come right back. Have for you statewide news on the Missouri Net, the Salem Nutrition Center menu, AP news, and then sports from the Missouri Net. It's all coming your way. Don't forget, we'll be talking with our friends from the Dane County Extension. Our scheduled guest is Katie Kamler. We'll be talking to her about the horticulture that the Extension offers. She's kind of in charge of all that. We'll be talking to her about that, and then we'll have someone from the Salem Memorial Hospital here by 9:10, right here on KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. Appreciate you being along.
This is Bill Wise with the latest Appetite for Pork report. Today I'm talking with Dr. David Newman, Senior Vice President of Market Growth at National Pork Board, about how your pork checkoff dollars are working to bring more U.S. pork to tables around the world. Dr. Newman, pork producers are bracing for another down year. What has the pork checkoff been doing to help stabilize, even grow demand?
We export about 30% of our total production in the United States. And that number has grown for a very long time. But that still means we have 70% of our production domestic. This focus on stabilizing domestic demand, that's really important to us. So speaking internationally, we partner with U.S. Meat Export Federation in our international efforts. And that's a really great example of something that we do to drive demand around the world.
Thanks again, David, for talking with us today about how the pork checkoff is building a bigger appetite for U.S. pork. You can find out more information at porkcheckoff.org/radio.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dane County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
With everything for your car or truck.
Check out these deals at K&H Auto Supply. A Schumacher 12-volt 6-amp battery charger for $54.99. Lucas engine oil stop leak $13.99 for the 32-ounce size. And 3-piece flare nut wrench set for $21.99. Stop by K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Missouri Net News, I'm Marshall Griffin. The federal government is suing a landlord in southwestern Missouri, Springfield, for sexually harassing female tenants. A statement from U.S. Attorney Teresa Moore says that Jamie Bell has managed more than 100 rental properties in the Springfield area. The lawsuit accuses Bell of making unwelcome sexual advances to numerous female residents, offering to lower the rent or make needed repairs in exchange for sex acts, and evicting women who refused. The lawsuit will be heard by the U.S. District Court in Kansas City. Another House Ethics Committee concludes with no details given to the public. Anthony Morabith reports.
An investigation into a personnel inquiry and a House ethics complaint continues at the Missouri Capitol. Committee Chairwoman Hannah Kelly, a Republican representative from Mountain Grove, could not provide the details, citing a House rule which says that the complaint shall be confidential. She said afterward,
those who are accused, as the Vice Chair said, have a chance to come before this committee, and those who need to speak to anything in regards to this committee have that chance to do so.
The House Ethics Committee meetings are closed off to the public. House Speaker Dean Plucker is believed to be the subject of an ethics complaint and personnel inquiry. The committee has been holding closed meetings on the matter since late October. They meet again next week. From the state capitol, Anthony Morabith, Missouri Net.
Congressman Eric Burleson has introduced a bill that aims to protect property owners from heavy federal regulations at Table Rock Lake in southwest Missouri. Burleson's bill would add a grandfather clause due to an alleged environmental issue he says could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to fix. The battle between the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and property owners involves 23 septic tanks that extend onto land owned by the Corps and were originally found to be environmentally safe. The Corps has given the property owners until 2030 to move the tanks. And Joe Biden overwhelmingly won Missouri's Democratic presidential primary. Several candidates were on the ballot, including the incumbent president. This is Missouri Net.
Hi, I'm Bill Pollack, host of Show Me Today, Missouri's daily radio show that brings you captivating stories of Missouri's people, places, and topics.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to stay connected with all of them.
If you miss a segment or an entire show, download our podcast. We'd love to have you.
They are just showering you with affection and love. You want to think, is this real?
Oh, it's real. Subscribe to Show Me Today on Apple or wherever you find your favorite podcast and add us to your list.
Show Me Today.
The Missouri Department of Agriculture wants you to know that black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations. Be sure you know the difference between the black vulture and the turkey vulture. Turkey vultures have white feathers across the entire length of their wingspan, while black vultures only have white feathers on the tips of their wings. Turkey vultures fly with their wings in more of a V formation, while black vultures hold their wings in a more straight, horizontal formation. Mitigation resources for your farm can be found on MDA's website at agriculture.mo.gov. That's agriculture.mo.gov.
Annual ceremony Tuesday at the Missouri Capitol honors the state's firefighters. Elisa Nelson reports.
Missouri's more than 20,000 fire service members have been honored for coming to the rescue of their community each day. The state has firefighters who work in over 800 Missouri fire departments. Governor Mike Parson says firefighters have helped him in many trials throughout his life.
Droughts, floods, train derailments, tornadoes, civil unrest, COVID-19, shooting in Kansas City here recently. I have had to depend on some form of all of you my entire career as governor.
From the Missouri Capitol, Elisa Nelson, Missouri Net.
An extra $1.5 million is available to Missouri's public and charter schools to improve and enhance security. K-12 public and charter schools in Missouri wanting to apply have until May 31st to do so. And new research from the University of Missouri looks at how much protein a daily recommended diet should have. The research was published in Nature Metabolism. This is Missouri Net.
Get the equipment and trucks you need at Ritchie Brothers Great Plains Regional Event, March 27th and 28th. This is an online auction with inventory located in Minneapolis, Lincoln, and Odessa. Don't miss Ritchie Brothers Great Plains Regional Event on March 27th and 28th. For more details, visit rbauction.com.
It's 4 a.m. and you're sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. If you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. Let's take a look at that Salem Nutrition Center's menu for today. And they will be serving up on this Wednesday, March 27th from 11 to 12:30 for lunch. Baked fried chicken with biscuit, mashed potatoes and gravy, country blend veggies and milk. Now, don't forget, everyone is welcome to come and have lunch at the Salem Nutrition site. All ages are welcome. If you're 60 years of age and above, your suggested contribution is $5. If you're under the age of 60, the meal's $7. And again, there's a soup and salad bar that starts at 10:30. Come on out and enjoy a great meal at the Salem Nutrition site inside the Salem Senior Center at 604 North McGrath Lane. Should you have any questions, call 729-2373. Where again, at meals a day from 11 to 12:30 is baked fried chicken with biscuit, mashed potatoes and gravy, country blend veggies and milk. And don't forget that the menu can change without notice. Every weekday we bring you the Salem Nutrition Center menu as a courtesy of KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. We have got AP News coming up and sports from the Missouri Net on the way on your Wednesday, March 27th. Thanks for being along with us right here on KSMO, AM 1340, FM 95.7. We're streaming it, KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem.
Nobody plays a better variety. KSMO Salem.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley.
The search has resumed this morning for the 6 construction workers believed to have died in yesterday's bridge collapse in Maryland. Among the missing were immigrants from Guatemala, Honduras, and Mexico. That's according to diplomats from those countries. The AP's Julie Walker.
Despite efforts to get workers off Maryland's Key Bridge, heard here on Broadcastify.
Just make sure no one's on the bridge right now.
Before a cargo ship lost steering and hit it.
The whole bridge just fell down. Start, whoever, everybody. The whole bridge just collapsed.
8 bridge workers went into the water. 2 survived. 6 are missing and presumed dead. Guatemala's consulate says 2 are from their country. Honduras says another is from theirs. And the consulate of Mexico says some are citizens of that country. Meanwhile, President Biden says the government will pick up the cost of rebuilding the bridge. I'm Julie Walker.
Joe Diesel, a retired welder, lives near the port of Baltimore, and he says this vital shipping port has to function.
The main thing they got to do right now is get that shipping channel open, because you're going to punish Baltimore, the cruise liners, Caterpillar, heavy equipment, Mercedes-Benz, our coal export, everybody. So it'll be diverted to Philly or New York.
Joe Diesel in Baltimore, a retired welder. Now to a ruling late last night that keeps a controversial Texas law on hold. This is the state law that allows Texas to arrest and deport migrants suspected of illegally entering the U.S. The ruling that keeps the law on hold is from the 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. China's leader Xi Jinping has called for closer trade ties with the U.S., this during a meeting with top American business leaders in Beijing. Yep, somebody did win Mega Millions, the billion-dollar jackpot last night. This is AP News. Now to Japan and a recalled health supplement product. The AP's Charles de Ledesma has this story and what it means.
Health supplement products believed to have caused 2 deaths and sickened more than 100 people have been ordered to be taken off store shelves in Japan. The product from Kobayashi Pharmaceutical, billed as helping lower cholesterol, contains an ingredient called benikoji, a red species of mold. In addition to the products from Kobayashi, a government health ministry official says more than 40 products containing benikoji have been recalled. The ministry has listed the recalled products, some of which use benikoji for food colouring. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
South Carolina has collected almost $2 billion in a bank account, this over the past decade, but accountants are trying to figure out where the cash came from and where it was supposed to go. I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
Hello, my name is Amber Hogan. I'm the new family nurse practitioner at SMDH Family Medicine. If your family is in need of a medical provider, I'm accepting new patients of all ages. Please call 729-8000 to set up an appointment. Our clinic is located at Physicians Office Building 3 on the SMDH campus. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and all private and other insurance. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. In their final spring training game, the Cardinals crushed the Cubs 7-2. Kyle Gibson got the win. He struck out 9 and gave up just 1 run on 4 hits in 5 innings. Dylan Carlson is going to start the year on the injured list after spraining the AC joint in his left shoulder after colliding with Jordan Walker during a spring training game on Monday. Just days ago, manager Ali Marmol was content with top prospect Victor Scott starting the season in the minors.
Some of the bats in AAA makes sense. If you look at his workload in high A and AA, we want to make sure that when he comes up here, he never looks back. And I think this sets him up for that.
But with Carlson joining Tommy Edman and Lars Nootbaar on the injured list, Victor, who hit .316 this spring, could be a boost.
He did a nice job on the field, offensively, defensively on the bases, just creates absolute havoc.
The season opener is Thursday in L.A. when the Cardinals take on the Dodgers, and the Royals will open the season at home Thursday against the Minnesota Twins. The Arizona Diamondbacks got left-hander Jordan Montgomery, a 1-year, $25 million deal. Montgomery went 10-11 in 32 starts with the Cardinals, and he helped the Rangers to their first World Series title in franchise history. Mizzou baseball lost to Illinois 11-3. The Tigers at Vandy for a 3-game series starting on Thursday. Mizzou softball swept a doubleheader out east, beating Fordham 20-0. Then they had their hands full with Coach Larissa Anderson's former team Hofstra. The Tigers won 2-1, but it took 9 innings. The Tigers play George Mason tomorrow. Rumors that former Mizzou head basketball coach Konzo Martin could be returning to Missouri State. That's where he had his first head coaching job. MSU fired Dana Ford after the second round of the Missouri Valley Tournament. Konzo was 61-41 in 3 seasons with the Bears before having success at Tennessee and Cal before coming to Mizzou. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
One smile is great, but one smile in a community of smiles is so much better. A smile has a secret power that most people don't know about. A smile multiplies. It spreads from one person to the next, stretching across entire groups of people. Smile Train knows this and is proud to be creating a wave of smiles across the cleft lip and palate community in over 70 countries. Patients, doctors, advocates, fundraisers. Collectively, our smiles are a celebration of the transformed lives of over 1.5 million children. Learn how Smile Train is helping the cleft lip and palate community at smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
Sharpen herbicide takes your burn down up a notch, going from burn down to
3 to 5 times faster burn down.
From strict tank mix limitations to
awesome tank mix compatibility.
And from controlling some weeds to
controlling more than 80 of the toughest broadleaf weeds.
Including mare's tail.
Including mare's tail.
Because if it can't control mare's tail, it's pretty much just fancy water. So
sharpen up your burn down.
With Sharpen herbicide, powered by Kicksor Technology from BASF. Always read and follow label directions.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood Parkway, Suite 310, Town and Country, Missouri, 63017. CordellCordell.com.
Taking a look at our forecast right here, KSMO does call for lots of sunshine today. We'll have a few intermittent thin clouds, but we will have a lot more sunshine, and we will have a high today of about 55. Try and melt off this frost that we had this morning. Not exactly what everybody was looking for, I'm sure, but we still have a freeze warning in effect for another hour and a half. So I think it's pretty well, though, going to sneak by us here at KSMO. We will have widespread frost, though, again tonight, and that will be more than likely going to be just as damaging as it was last night, maybe even a little bit more widespread because there's not going to be as much wind. So clear skies tonight, low of 29. We will have a low, as I mentioned, and low enough for that frost, a widespread frost. Thursday, that frost will continue about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. Plenty of sunshine, will warm up 64. Clear Thursday night, low of 39. Winds will be out of south beginning on Thursday and stay that way. Friday, sunny, high of 72. Friday night, partly cloudy, low of 50. It will be a bit breezy Friday with south winds at 10 to 15, gusting at 25. And then on Saturday, sunny, high of 77. Currently, the KSMO Studios 30, but it feels like 23. We do have sunshine in the Ozarks, 85% relative humidity, pressure 30.17 inches. It's going up. And 6-mile-an-hour winds are coming out of the northwest here. KSMO feels like 23. Coming up next, agribusiness news on the Brownfield Farm Market Network right here at KSMO. We'll follow that up with our interview with Katie Kamler from the Extension right here on KSMO Radio, your hometown radio source. In the meantime, right now, let's get to that Brownfield, Missouri report. It's agribusiness news right here on KSMO Radio.
The director of the Soy Transportation Coalition warns the U.S. ag supply chain could feel ripple effects from the Baltimore Bridge collapse. I'm Kara Hart with Ag News on Brownfield. Mike Steenhoek tells Brownfield ocean vessels like the one that struck the Francis Scott Key Bridge early Tuesday typically make multiple stops.
So the impact of this is not just going to be confined to Baltimore. Obviously, that's ground zero. That's where the problem will be most acutely felt. But it's also going to have an impact on these other port regions.
Steenhoek points out the bridge collapse happened at a critical spot in the Chesapeake Bay.
So now you've got this massive structure that's now in that channel, and that's going to take a considerable period of time to remove that debris so that you can have transit and commerce resume in and out of the Port of Baltimore.
He says ships currently berthed at the port are essentially trapped until debris can't be cleared. A group of biofuel supporters are asking the Environmental Protection Agency to provide an emergency summer waiver for E15 quickly. In a letter to the EPA, the group says there are extreme and unusual circumstances happening across the world that are affecting fuel supplies, and allowing summertime sale of E15 would be cost-effective for U.S. consumers, contribute to energy security, and support America's farmers and rural communities. The groups ask EPA to implement emergency waivers on a temporary basis, effective May 1st. The Texas Agriculture Commissioner says there are many unknowns about the impacts of highly pathogenic avian influenza in cattle. Sid Miller says the illness being reported in the Texas Panhandle has lasted up to 10 days per case, and the cows testing positive are isolated. Once those cows have recovered, they can return to the herd.
Not treated like chickens or poultry that get the bird flu. That has to depopulate the whole flock.
Miller says migrating waterfowl have contaminated the ponds where cows get water. Older lactating dairy cows are more susceptible to the virus, and he says it's unclear why HPAI isn't affecting younger cattle.
You know, we've never really found this in cattle before, so we don't have a lot of research on that.
Miller says he's certain HPAI is the mystery virus that's been affecting dairy cattle, and he says he's optimistic for a decline in the illness because the wild migrating birds are moving north out of the area. The winter's mild temperatures have spurred a green up of pastures, but it could lead to other challenges. Tony Hancock is with the Missouri Department of Agriculture.
I did hear a few reports of some weevils in the alfalfa late last week before this cold spell. Hopefully that slowed them down a little bit.
Despite the early green up, he tells Brownfield demand for hay has held relatively steady. But Hancock says the market has weakened in recent weeks. Warm, dry conditions for most of the month had an impact on Missouri's soil moisture levels. USDA says a generally warm, dry March for most of the state pulled top and subsoil moisture below a month ago and a year ago. I'm Kara Hart for Brownfield.
This is Bill Wise with the latest appetite for